Opening day. It is here. Yes. It is a little after 9. I didn't hunt this morning. Just going to go out all day, scout, trying to find a spot. All day today. Going to hunt this evening. Took tomorrow off of work, so I'm going to do the same thing. Get a later start in the morning, scout all day. Hunt the evening. So my first stop is Oak Grove. I'm going to drive a road to check the fields. I saw a couple islands is what I'm going to be targeting outside of ag fields. So this is going to be some private ag that butts up to public. So drive those fields to see if the fields are still planted, what's planted, if the deer are going to be eating it. If it's yellow beans, then I'm just going to ignore it, type of thing. So I'm just going to take a look. As I'm over there, then I'm going to pop in and check to see if this one spot, if the oaks are dropping or not. Hopefully I can see if the bedding is going to be underwater or not. The water's really high right now. So the bedding that I previously scouted, there's a really good chance that it's all underwater, which means it's not bedding. So could be a bad spot. We'll see. Hopefully I can get close enough to at least get some binos on it. I don't want to get all the way up there, obviously. Luckily it's close to a walking trail, so it'll be easy. But yeah, that's gonna be stop number 1. Gonna be solo today and tomorrow, so a lot of time, gonna be a lot of miles. Looking forward to it. Welcome to Michigan. Wow, the mosquitoes are bad. So just got back from doing a quick little loop at Oak Grove. There were 8 trucks in the parking lot, and then a 9th pulled in while I was walking in. Talked to the guy, he didn't see anything. And then when I was coming out of the swamp, there was a guy like 50 yards ahead of me walking back. And it's like, there's so many freaking people here. He said he didn't see anything either. So this spot's a bust. Heading to the next one. Way too much pressure. Way too much pressure. But I found what I was after. The oak tree that I scouted was dropping, but it was a bur oak. So not something I'm interested in right now. At the second spot here in Brighton, loading up on bug spray for this because it was miserable already. This spot is a pretty isolated island, and it's off some mountain biking trails, so I don't know what it'll show, but looks like it could be underwater. The map from last year looks really good. The map from this year looks really shitty. So we'll see. 0 for 2. This is all that marsh grass. It's one thing I need to get better at is identifying marsh grass on a map versus cattails. Because as you can see, there's nothing out here, and it is completely underwater. In my experience of scouting these types of areas, there's defined deer trails. It's easy to see from the maps, but once you get out here, there's like nothing. It's just grass. It's just a field, essentially. Field underwater. Did come across this nice ground blind here. Love when I see these, because I just hope that it's kids coming out building forts. I just think that's so cool. Brings back a lot of good memories from my childhood doing the same. Hasn't been much luck today, but as I was driving here, I did see a truck in a parking lot So I pulled over on the side of the road real quick and pulled it up on the maps, and looks decent. And I mean, I'm only 1.5 miles away from it now, so I'm gonna swing back around. It looks really wet, so I'm gonna change my boots and check it out. I don't know what this one's gonna come about. I'm on a very main road here. Not very much parking though. So I just had to pull off to the side of the road, but there's this one point in the swamp behind a couple houses, so I hope it's a swamp and not that marsh grass. So like I said, not very confident, but I'm here. Might as well stop by. Seems like there's some trails running through here too, so probably some people. Very odd. There's like this nice mowed path in people's backyards. A little different than what I'm used to. Womp womp. Had good deer sign, but not buck sign. So trails were pretty well defined. It was that marshy grass I was afraid of. I think this whole area is just all marshy grass is what I'm seeing. But good trails coming out, all small tracks, narrow little trails, very short. You know, I had to duck down and got my hands and knees. So, you know, just not the sign I'm looking for, but could be a good doe spot or something like that. So I threw a marker down to come check it out. But the spot that I really wanted to go to was actually on private. And this is a complaint that I have with Spartan Forge, is not every property shows up. You can't click it, you can't do anything. And, you know, that was my mistake. I ended up switching over to like Hunt Stand and found the property that way. That subdivision that I was walking by, I was like, man, you know, it just, why is there this clear defined trail so close to the back of these houses? And it was that subdivision owned it. So maybe it's worth, you know, giving them a call to try to get permission, but, you know, I didn't want to push it too much further, or push it further at all. You know, I just turned right around and got back on public. So it is a little after noon now. Been out for about 2 hours. Nothing to show for it, but I know a lot of spots not to hunt. But the spot that I, you know, had my eyes on to actually hunt, that I really wanted to dive into, is where I'm heading next. So I'm gonna stop and get some lunch on the way, and then hit that spot hard. Bring my camera with me in case I run across another spot that I'm like, ooh, maybe, you know, drop the camera to monitor it. And then, yeah, sit for the rest of the day, I guess. I'm not sure. Hope it works out. So walking this field edge back, ran into 2 guys in the parking lot and they joined me. And just as I was getting like, yeah, we're starting to get on a long walk here, they're like, all right, we're ducking out. And just about that time is when the human sign dried up. What's that? It's old. Human sign dried up. There's a lot of boot prints coming into the field where we were walking. A lot of boot prints. Even seeing someone throw down shelled bag corn for bait. It's like we're in an 80-acre cornfield. Why would you throw down corn? But that's what you get on public. So yeah, those guys ducked out. Oh, that's a nice trail there. I still have a long ways to go. But there's a lot of sign on this field edge. Man, I wish I had their numbers. I'd text them about this spot. That looks nice. Keep on going. About 100 yards out. Sitting on a down tree. I got an old tree stand right there. Having some water. It's hot. It's really, really hot. But, you know, walk pretty quick. It's just a field edge, and those corn rows were very, very wide, so could move quick through them. It's 2:30. I mean, we got 5 hours till the end of legal light, so I'm in No rush at all, just taking my time. Gotta slow down now, be quiet, really be on the lookout for a sign. So, enjoying this nice bit of shade and getting some water in and make my way back. As I was coming off the point towards the backside of the island, I ran into this trail marker. And I knew the first island was really small, there was not much on it, but I was really hoping for that second island was going to be where I was going to set up. So seeing that trail marker had me nervous. So that first island just had a good travel corridor through it. No other real sign on it, only red oaks. I get here. That's a big white oak. And then there's one there, and two there. Not too many acorns dropping, just a couple. But now that I'm out here, I'm kind of stuck. If I push on, it'll be a huge loop way around. And my left foot's already wet. What's a little bit more water. So just hanging out here, trying to catch my breath and cool down, slow down, move slow, listen. Well, this hunt is ruined. There we go. That sucks. So the second island was burned due to that ladder stand, so I had to push on. Like I said in the earlier clip, I would have to swing way around to get to the next spot that I wanted to go. After swinging way around to get to that spot, this is what I came across. I was about 4 miles in at this point with only that one bottle of water in me, so I was getting very hot, very dehydrated, and very discouraged. I came across a different point that didn't have much sign, but the maps looked good, and I was running out of daylight, so I decided just to hop up in the tree and see what I see. I'm not really too happy with this spot, but that's what I got. So we got a bedding edge there. There's a trail coming in here. There's a trail coming in off that point. And then over here, there's a trail going out to a tree out there, so I just don't know what else to do, so I just got up in a tree. Not happy with it, not happy with today, not happy with anything. This is very discouraging. I mean, it's day one, I know. That was weird. That was a very loud crash. Big sticks breaking. What I was saying is I know it's day one, but today was just very discouraging. Very, very tough. So just need to show some resilience, keep pushing through. Do some new spots tomorrow. I got all day again. I got 2 spots in mind, so just gotta keep after it. It's gonna be a long season. Can't give up on day one. So yeah, on my way out. Oh, yeah. Right to my waist in a mud pit. I don't know how, my knife stayed in, my phone, my keys, my wallet. That was very scary. That went straight in. I was a little nervous about it, but I was crossing a log, and the log broke. Just went over. I mean, my right foot just went in right to my waist, had a belly crawl. After today, that's just a perfect ending. Yeah. So as you can see, that mud pit was fun. I've always wondered what Dan Infalt meant when he says mud pits that don't have a bottom and you go up to your waist. Well, now I found out. It's really scary. It is very, very scary. I mean, you're out completely on your own. Like, my wife has my location and everything like that, so if I didn't check in for a while, like, she would know. But still, like, how is she gonna get out there? That shook me up. That really did. I'd be lying if I said, oh, I just got out of there, no problem. No, like, I was like, what the hell do I do? Literally threw my bow and belly crawl, so like my bino harness, all my ropes, everything is just caked in mud. Day number 2, for second. Got a good night's sleep last night. Woke up a little early today, but feeling good, re-energized, better mindset, all that good stuff. I had a different spot today over in Bald Mountain, Auburn Hills, and gonna check out this transition line between the marsh and the woods. There's this like strip of what looks to be bedding that goes north and south, that appears to be really nice, so gonna go check that out. Looks kind of wet, so I'm just getting my rubber boots on now to be safe. Brought extra socks today because my feet were soaked all day yesterday, and that's just never fun. Got everything cleaned up. Got all the mud off and everything. Ah, that was just a mess yesterday. Just a complete mess, but hoping today can get on a little bit something better. We'll see. Beans are just starting to yellow, but the majority of them in the center are green. So that's a good sign, I think. They were all green about 2 weeks ago. So looks like I only got a few more days left while this field's still hot. Yeah, the feet are wet. This is deep. Doesn't help that it's 10-foot tall grass, Miscanthus grass. Like the middle of the So I'm on this island here, and some decent small sign does and young bucks. Good amount of tracks, good amount of trails coming in, but the problem is it's so thick, and like that's the biggest tree. There's like that. So there's nowhere to set up. Like the canopy is so thick, you can't get a setup in here. Found some fresh poop, fresh tracks, a couple fresh rubs. They weren't tacky, so they're at least a few days old, but at least seeing something. This is a spot I really like to see, but it's not hot right now. Security cover all the cattails through there, nice and thick here. The island is out there. Got a big white oak. It's not dropping right now. Behind me there's a nice tree with cover, a couple options to sit in, so they would filter around that edge, and there is a faint trail. They would filter around that edge right there, come to this white oak, set up behind the camera now to get that travel. That would be ideal. That's what I'm really looking for. Obviously it doesn't have to be this open, but makes for an easier shot, obviously. Tracks can be deceiving because, like, you know, that seems like a rather large track, right? But if you take a step back, there's that one. You know, so like left foot and right foot. For some reason, he put more pressure and slid, made that track bigger. But this track, tiny, 2 fingers, right? Maybe 3. That track, 4 fingers. Coming off a island point here, creek crossing, filled with tracks, which is a good sign. No boot prints, which is a good sign, but it's pretty deep. And that, I bet you, is very soft. See how it goes. Not too bad. Look at this trail. Oh, that's a good one. So I'm on this island. There's a point that comes out over there. You gotta cross a creek. But we got a white oak, 2 white oaks, white oak, white oak, white oak, that are dropping right now. We got what looks to be a very high, probably waist high, looks like fresh rub. The wind is coming in this way, and I don't really want to push it too much further, just in case, so I'm gonna back out. I like this spot. I'm actually confident in it. All these oaks are dropping. Not a lot, but they're dropping. I'm doing about a yard a minute. About 40 yards out from where I was standing before. So just taking my time, being real slowly and quiet. That is a tall, very tall rub. I didn't see that one before. I saw that one, which is very tall as well. But there's a scrape, it looks like, hasn't been worked in a minute. I'm surprised to see that already. But there's this trail. Oh, there's another one right there. There's this trail that goes all the way back there, towards where I came in at, with those little teeny tiny rubs. They're high, but they're on small sticks. This is exciting. It looks like bedding's ahead of me. I think, just based on the map, I've never been here. I hope it is not behind me. That would be bad. This rub is high. It's chest level. That's about waist level. It's not wet. It's not daggy. It's a few days old. There's no shavings on the ground, though. I'll check this other one. It's definitely from this year, though. Thick, really tall tine marks. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. All set up now. I didn't realize this tree leans this way and that way. Like right where I'm standing. I have to stand here, so I gotta live with it, so it's pretty uncomfortable. I really wish I sat in that tree there. Seems more straight. Closer to the action. I don't know, but this is okay. Yeah, know what one of my favorite things are? Pickers. Just whole everything covered in these. And just rips your shirt. I went right through a frickin' bush. God damn it. Hop the curb. Oh! Come on, Fusion. Come on, honey. You can do it. Oh, yeah. Oh, come on. You're almost there. There she goes. Trying to keep it above the waist here because I had to strip down to my boxers. My clothes were soaked and muddy, and my God, those burrs